These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
Hello on this Monday, I'm Megan Thompson with your afternoon update from ABC15 Arizona. And opening statements got underway as the doomsday mom is defending herself in court. Lori Vallow-Daybell is charged with conspiring to kill her ex-husband. ABC15 is live streaming the trial. Stocks plunging on Wall Street for a third day as the markets respond to new tariffs. It is having a ripple effect around the world, with international markets falling into the red as well. The White House says 50 nations reached out to negotiate trade deals, but as of now, there are no plans to pause the tariffs. And a man is expected to survive after an overnight shooting in Phoenix. It happened near 99th Avenue and Camelback Road. Police say they found a man shot but didn't give any information on a potential suspect. The investigation on scene is complete. All those roads in the area are back open. Millions of Americans continue to be at risk following a weekend of severe storms and flooding. We know at least 20 people have been killed, but rivers across the southern and central U.S. are rising, which could lead to more floods.
You need to ask yourself before heading out to the airport, will my license fly? This is what a real ID looks like. It's a sample version that I printed out. But notice it's going to have that gold star right there in the corner. And this morning, earlier today, I had the chance to speak with some travelers about if they're ready. Do you have your real ID?
I do.
It's actually a replacement for one that got lost about 6 months ago.
Up until a few months ago,
Yeah.
You didn't have it.
Correct. Yeah.
Did you know that the deadline was kind of looming in the background?
Yeah, my family was reminding me, and I had to do it at some point.
Okay, so I couldn't find anyone who doesn't have the real ID, but I know that you were out there. And if you're wondering how we got here, this does all come after the Real ID Act was passed back in 2005 as a security standard after 9/11. But it was after years of delays, including COVID, that kept pushing the deadline back. So here is what you need to bring to the MVD if you still need to get one. Proof of your identity. That can be a birth certificate, passport, or passport card. Your social security number. You do not need to bring the actual card as long as you know the number. And then proof of Arizona residency. So that will be 2 printed documents with your Arizona address on it, like a utility bill, insurance policy, or bank statement. It is going to cost you $25, and I did check the MVD website. There are appointments available, but it is really best to make an appointment ahead of time. Midweek mornings are also going to have the least amount of crowds. And TSA officials say that if May 7th comes and you still don't have that real ID and you head on over to one of their TSA checkpoints, they likely will still let you through, but with a warning. In Phoenix, Jamie Warren, ABC15 Arizona.
With your most accurate forecast on this Monday, I'm meteorologist Jorge Torres. It'll be a warm day here in the valley, to say the least, but no record-setting temperatures. That'll change, though, later this week. But today we'll start off with temperatures in the valley in the mid-60s, warming up to 80 at midday and forecasting a high of 88, which is a little bit above normal. But this is also the time of year when the UV index gets a little bit higher. In fact, today it's going to be at 8. That's in the very high category, meaning that sunburn sets in at about 15 minutes. Be very careful if you'll be out and about, especially during midday when we have those peak UV hours. Now, highs across the state will be warming up too. We'll be in the mid-60s there in Flagstaff, Schaefer, Heber, and Cholo. 70s throughout Gila County, along with Prescott and Sedona, and 80s and even lower 90s across parts of western Arizona. Here's that 7-day forecast. Temperatures getting hotter and hotter each and every day. In fact, we're in the 100s for the first time this year by Thursday in the valley. In the high country, we'll keep highs in the 60s through tomorrow and the 70s from Wednesday through the early part of the weekend.
We will have another update for you tonight. Until then, get the latest news, weather, and traffic at abc15.com, or you can download that free ABC15 mobile app.
These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.